Thanks for having me here on this interview so I could share my story. I appreciate it. But so about that day, me and my brother John were playing ball at the park and we see some gang members coming and walking toward us. So we stop our game and my brother is always being protective over me. So he stepped up and he said, "What's up with you?" And one of them put up their shirts and showed that he was packed, which means you carry a gun. My brother didn't care. The gang member just wanted his shoes. He had just caught these new Jordan 7 Lola bunnies. It is purple, black, orange, and teal shoe. Ooh, they real light and a good basketball shoe. No wonder why they wanted them. I would have snatched them off his feet too. All right. But back to the point. I was wearing my old Nike Hirachas, so they ain't want my shoes. Anyways, so then as they kept walking up to us, a police car pulls up at the corner and two officers hop out the car to come investigate, the situation. I look at my brother and he looks at me and his eyes tell the whole story. He looked at me and I could tell he was worried.
Yo, Jackson, bro, you gotta stop what you're doing, man. This stuff is not healthy for you. For anyone. You need to stop this drinking, smoking, gangbanging, and all this other stuff, man. You ain't coming to school. You're not going to practice, man. All this, I'm a G. I'm a real G. Y'all ain't nothing. People getting killed for that stuff, man. Look, man, I already lost like 4 people this year. I don't know what I'd do if I lost you. We've been friends with each other for all our life, and nothing has changed ever. If you were gone, I don't know what I'd do. Look, I was like you once. Smoking, drinking, gangbanging, holding guns, and all that other stuff. I stopped because it was affecting me mentally, physically, and worst of all, it was affecting the people around me, including you. I stopped because I was going to get myself killed, or worse yet, get somebody else killed. Look, all I want is change. You run this street, you can change it. Can you do that for me? If you can, I'll see you next week.
Mom, I need to talk to you. It's, about you, actually. It's about how I feel like I don't have an opinion on anything. I feel like I can't do anything for myself. I'm not asking for you not to care for me, but I need a little more freedom. I need space to breathe. I feel like I can't do anything and I'm just a puppet. Every time I try to decide what to wear, you always say, "That doesn't suit you," or "I'm not gonna buy that." I feel like I need time to be me because if I don't, and then when I get to college, I won't know what to do. Look, I'm not trying to be selfish and asking for much. I just want to be able to express myself. I also want to speak my mind. When I feel it counts, I don't want you to judge me on things I like. Then I feel like the things that I like aren't good. I don't want to be compared or ever want to hear the sentence that starts with, "You should be more like ... because I'm not that person. I'm my own person. I'm different." I feel like if you compare someone, you're kind of looking down on that person. I hate it when you say I can't do anything. No, for example, when I asked if I could dye the ends of my hair and you said you can't do anything to your body until you're 18, my body is my body. It belongs to me, no one else. No, I understand that you gave birth to me. But I wasn't asking for anything permanent. And it wasn't like I was gonna dye all of my hair. I was only gonna dye the ends of it. Just, please think about it. I want to be my own person. I want to be myself, not you. I don't want you to try to fit your beliefs in me that I don't think isn't right. Just please, let me be my own person.
Let me tell you the life of living in the Chi. I'm from the area where everyday people die. Sometimes I just think about it and ask God, why? Do all these innocent people gotta keep dying? I'm gonna tell you the truth, and nothing but the truth. I'm gonna tell you about Chicago. Them my roots. I'm really fighting for my life like every day. I remember growing up watching them sell Yay. Now I'm 17 and I swear this ain't the same. I want to erase all these memories from out my brain. Nowadays, it ain't even safe to take the train. And then you got gangbangers trying to hit a stain. Hey, I promise I just want to get out the way, move my family to a better place. This crime is unbelievable. It leaves me unspeakable. Every day I go out and wonder if they're beatable. I even get scared to sometimes go around the block because you never know who could pull up and get shot. And what's up with the cops? Right now they're not acting like the cops, shooting little kids just because they come from the block. I really get scared sometimes because I got the fam and I don't want to go and lose someone close again. Where's our protection? It's not even there. And I hate that I have to go and live my life in fear. I feel bad for all those who lost their kids this year. Imagine what their moms go through. It's just so unfair. In a way, this is the mayor's fault too. Because a white cop killed a black guy and he got loose. They just follow like a goose. Man, this is unacceptable. Committing crimes like a devil? Want to help to get right. So I just pray to God at night. I hope that it'll all be all right.
Why? Why? Okay, look, I'm just sitting here at home thinking, why me? You know, why this neighborhood? Why this day? Why do people decide that solving problems need to be with violence? I'm tired of going to sleep every day hearing gunshots and hearing arguments with people saying, give me my money or I'ma kill you. I'm tired of sitting here looking out the window, just watching everyone fight about drugs or money or who owes who. Like, this needs to stop. I am sick of this. I don't feel safe. My family doesn't feel safe. I want them to feel safe in their own home. But no, these damn gangbangers are solving their problems with drugs and money. I am sick of this. You know what? I want to go up to them and say something so bad, but I can't. Yo, hey! What are you guys doing? Get away from here with your violence and drugs. I want to feel safe again. And for a minute, I finally feel safe again. At least for now. This violence has to stop. The drugs have to stop. I deserve to feel safe again. I deserve to have my home back. I should be able to go to sleep without being scared to wake up with nothing on my mind but wanting to continue my day to the fullest. Gangbangers isn't what Chicago needs. And I feel nothing but scared. Nothing but wanting to do something about this violence, about this stupid mess, about these stupid gangbangers. I could only imagine how it feels for someone to lose their family member or friends or people that think violence is the answer. It sucks. To lose someone from someone else's problem to be solved. Once I heard my first gunshot when I was a little girl. I knew that when I grew up, I wanted to do something about violence. I knew that I would want to help in some kind of way or be a part of it and help other people try to solve it. So at this point, the officers are about 20 feet away from us, and the gang members pull out their guns and point them at us. And me and my brother are trying to tell them that we give them whatever they want. We just need time to take off our shoes. I wasn't taking off my shoes because, I couldn't walk home barefoot like what I look like walking home in mismatched shoes, like in mismatched socks, like what the heck. But then the police officers yell at the gang, drop your weapons or we'll shoot. And they all turn around and drop their guns, but one of them doesn't. And keeps his gun up, pointed at the officers. And during this situation, I was just sure I was gonna die. So every situation I see on the news like this, it doesn't go well. It always ends up with someone dying, and that isn't good. But at this point, me and my brother is behind the gang because they do a quick 180 turn to face them two officers. Then my brother whispers in my ear, we can run and get away from this whole thing. Like, we gonna be all right. I look at him, and I don't say anything because I know he can read my eyes. Like, my eyes are telling him that running isn't a good idea. But his eyes apologize to me for the thing he about to do and tell me to follow him. And he steps back a few feet. I look at him and I mouth to him, no. Like, bro, just stay here. The police will handle it if we explain what happens. You feel me? And then my brother's dumb, but he starts to run. Then, of course, when they see a black man run, they go and they start shooting up the place. And one of the police officers put 2 shots in my brother's back. And I screamed, he isn't a part of that gang. You just scared him. Right? And the rest of the gang members run the opposite ways. And I yell at the police, leave them and call 911. Like, you shot him. Like, he's bleeding a lot. He needs medical attention. Like, don't go and chase them. Like, you chasing after the gang members. So then they call 911. But before they get there, the police pronounce him dead. And all I can say is, like, no. Like, you have to try to save him.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, the #1 high school player in the nation. I just hit the game winner to win us the championship. But next up is senior year. I'm a junior right now, but the season's almost over. The competition will get harder and better. I'm going to get better this offseason, and my coaches and my teammates will help me. My family isn't that big, but my neighborhood supports me a lot. And I try my hardest so that I can be the best I can. And when I grow up, give back to the neighborhood. But it isn't always easy. I have dozens of colleges that want me to go to their school, and everyone I know isn't helping. They all have different opinions on where they want me to go.
I'm Jamal. I'm 17. I live in Chicago, and I'm a hard worker. I also work hard in school. My father is not in my life, so I'm working hard to try to take care of me and my family. It's a lot of things I go through, but I try my best not to get peer pressure or to do things that would get me into serious trouble. I feel like I'm a last option to help the family out to be financially stable. It's really getting more and more dangerous in Chicago. I have lost a lot of people to gun violence. All the bad things that happened in my life, I still overcome the situations and use the bad predicaments to turn it into motivation. That's why I'm different. I want to be great and prove people wrong. I believe in excellence without excuses. So I don't make excuses for all the bad things. I take it as a lesson and motivation.
Look, I am not the person who did what you think I did. So you think that just because I'm black and have a hoodie that I'm the person that you suspect? That's just wrong to do this to me. Before you guys saw me, I was at school practicing football. If you would let me call my coach, he would clear it up. Okay, so you just don't want to see a black man just walk out of here? But you know well enough that if I was a white person, you would let me get a call. So now you're telling me that you're racist too. Sorry. About that, it's just... I'm tired. It's been a long day. But can I ask you a question? Why can't I ask you a question? Because the question is going to be whether or not you have proof. You know damn well enough you can't answer that question. That's why, isn't it? Now you don't have anything to say. I'm gonna tell you what I did before you arrested me. Well, let me tell you the story. I was at school about to finish math class to go to work out in the weight room until practice. Everyone came in because that's where we normally would start the practice. But I missed the practice, so in order for coach to not kick me off the team, I had to practice an hour longer than everybody else. After I got down, it was dark and my mom was calling me so worried, and now she doesn't know where I am. I never walk outside this late because I don't want her to be startled. But now look, my mom is so worried because she doesn't know where I am, yet you don't want me to leave.
I sat by my brother's body until the ambulance got there. And then not long after that, my mom and dad came to the scene. They came and ran to his body laying on a basketball court. His body lays lifeless, covered by a black tarp. My mom uncovers the top of the tarp, so only his face shows. And my mom bursts out in tears. I just sat next to John and staring at the ground with my knees inside my elbows. My dad kneels down and says, "I'm sorry, sweetheart. I know he didn't deserve this whole mess." Then that's when I knew I was going to be one of those kids you saw in school crying every day because their dog died. But except it wasn't my dog, it was my brother. So yeah. After that, I went home and I took a long shower, laid on my bed, on my back, and just looked at the ceiling. Then the tears rolled in. A big, huge sob ran across my face, and my mom came in and grabbed me in a big hug. Then a few days later, I saw on the news titled, "Teenage Boy Was Shot and Killed by Police Officer on the South Side of Chicago." And then that triggered more tears. So, yeah, it's not like it's a secret anymore. This is almost like a genocide. I never thought of this happening to me. I always see Black people getting shot up by people, and I think like, wow, that's crazy. Another homie put to the grave. But now I can actually think back and see my brother's body hitting that basketball court. Now I actually feel the feeling that other families felt when they lose someone in their family to gun violence. I'm going to get justice. Even if it takes years. I will get justice for my brother. Not even just for my bro. I will help get justice for all the families out there who haven't gotten justice for their loved ones. You feel me? But yeah, this stuff needs to stop. I don't know how. But gun violence has to be controlled. Even though 2 is a small number, those 2 shots changed my life. A number can mean a lot of things. Usually greater numbers come with greater outcomes. But in this situation, this small number came with a greater outcome than some of these big numbers out there.